Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be my update for pan that huge palette. I have a huge palette that I'm trying to pan to completion. I started I think 3 months ago. My goal for every month is to hit at least one pan and to use at least 20 shades. Was that what I was saying last month? So I want to use at least 20 different shades to, spread the love and, make it a little bit easier when I do get to focus on the harder shades. So with that being said, this is how it looked last month. I had 2 pans showing and this is what it looks now. By the way, this is by Technic. This is called the Wow Factor Remastered. This is a face palette and it contains 105 shades, 7 lip glosses and 7 face products. So it's a lot. But anyway, look at that progress. We have pan in both blushes. I also hit pan in this shade right here, this light pink shade. And of course, I've expanded these 2 pans that I had last month. So, so that goal I met 100%. Well, actually 300%. Hitting 1 pan, I actually hit 3 pans. So 300%. 200% more than I anticipated and worked for. So that is amazing. Although I'm not sure if my goal is to hit 1 pan in the eyeshadows or like 1 pan in total. I think 1 pan in total, but on the other hand, I like to do more. I just want to have some goal to reach for so I don't forget about the palette. But once it is out, it's out and I use it. And I have actually used 32 of the shades, which is great. I have also reached for 11, I think, new shades that I hadn't touched before this month. So that is nice as well. So maybe I should just show you a little bit closer so that you can see maybe some brush strokes, maybe some finger prints or finger strokes or whatever. So that you can see what shades I've actually been using. I think I used this gloss once. Now let's talk about the face products first. We have 2 highlighters here, 2 blushes, 1 powder, and 2 bronzers. I usually go in with a big fluffy brush and, take both of the highlighters, both of the blushes, both of the contour shades. However, I just feel like I'm a little bit more tan than I will be in the winter, so I thought this will be a better shade for now. These are both very soft, very beautiful, very like organic or more natural, so I really like that. But this one I've used 14 times. The other one I've used 18 times. These ones I've used 16 and 17 times. It took me about 38 uses to hit pan on them and then I expanded it. This one I don't think I've used at all, no. And then I've used these about 8 to 10 times each. So I think I will hit pan in one of these bronzers until the next update, maybe both of them. The highlighters, I'm not sure. I can definitely see a dip. I'm not sure if the dip is that deep. So we'll see. But I think I will have a pan in either one of them or both of them. Now let's talk about the other pan that I hit this month, which is this very light pink one. I had to use this about 35 times to actually hit pan on it. And then I've expanded it a bit, so I've used it for a total of 42 times. So the bad news is that I have to use this a lot in every shade to actually hit pan. The good news is that every pan is very tiny. So, I don't have to worry about it being too big anyway. But, having to use something that much when they're so small, it's it's a little bit daunting when you think of the harder shades. However, one of you suggested I would use like a blue and have it in one of my warmer browns to have in my eyebrows, because it was a little bit too warm and they were like, just mix it a little bit with the blue and it will be fine. And I did. I've done that twice now. I tried this one yesterday. I thought it was a little bit too dark. Today I'm using this one and a warm brown in my eyebrows, and I gotta say I'm into it. I like it. And that will help me to pan the other very warm brown that I was working on in the ZC palette. I guess I can do kind of something similar with these browns here when I get to them, maybe. But yeah, I want to address one more thing, and that is this red or red and pinkish section here. I've been swirling a brush in here and used it as a blush, and it works really, really well. I have been working on kind of unpigmented blushes lately, and you know, I really had to work with them to make them show up, especially on a powder foundation. If it's like today, when I actually have a liquid foundation, it's much easier to get the pigment, and then I would use one of the other ones that I don't have to work so much with to get a good shade. Like if I would have used this today, it would have been, I would have had to go in very lightly, and then I would have to blend and blend and blend. I don't really want to do that. I want the makeup to work for me and not me for it, you know? So yeah, whenever I use a powder foundation, these are actually really gorgeous. They're a little bit too pigmented for this, like I said. I am actually not counting those towards my uses. I'm not tallying it. I've used it 4 times as a blush, but I don't know which ones in here that I hit, you know? So when I talk about this section in the future, just know that the tallies are a little bit off since I have also used them as a blush. And I have no idea how much I'm using, if I'm using more or less than I would in an eyeshadow look. I have no idea, but at least I am getting use out of it. So that's good. Do I have anything more to say? I have such a big dip in this black one. I hope you can see that. It's so deep. I hope I can hit pan that until next time as well. Otherwise, I will just play around. I would love to play around with this purple row here, but it's not really the time for it, I feel like. So we'll see. We'll see. But that is it. Oh, I should have... I forgot it again. I meant to clean this up for you guys, but yeah, I forgot. So I hope you like dirty palettes. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this update, and then I'll see you in the next one. Have a great evening. Bye.